Chapter 6. And he dreamed. "Dreaming again, Sleepy? Have you done your homework?" said Emily, holding up the book in the library. "Been here," said Steve. "So you have," she said, her ears a smile as sharp as ever. "And here." She pointed at the cover, fire on black. "Looks good. Looks familiar, like that toothache of yours. I guess you're about tired of the library by now." His tooth was aching, or rather, the hole it was that hurt. Almost burning, he felt it get hotter as the blob on the cover of that book brightened and flickered. The light was familiar too. Grey, rainy, coarse grass underfoot, and silence everywhere. He was back on the plain, or rather he wasn't, because the ground was quite steeply sloped. He stood in front of a 2-orange fire burning at the edge of a cliff. The edge of the cliff either side of the fire was set with large stones, black grey and regular. It looked like he was on the inside of some fortification, the fire burning in a gap ready to be pushed out onto attackers below at the cliff face. He walked up to the stones. Although they were much taller than he was, he could look through the gaps between them. And there indeed, far beneath him, was the plain he remembered from that first dentist dream. The air was a bit hazy, but he could make out stones scattered just as he recalled, out to the point where all he could see was grey sky meeting the mist below. His body, was the same as before, only bluer in hue. Just as hairy, just as much not his. Above him, on the slopes, were more huge regular lines of stone. He must be on those mountains he saw in the distance of last time, he thought. This time there was no Dr. Sells about to wake him up, which meant he had to wait it out. Unless this was a lucid dream. It was clear enough, but he couldn't seem to change anything. An attempt to mentally get rid of the clouds worked just as well here as it would have in Plymouth. Nothing to do except climb that hill. The fire showed no signs of going out and shone brightly through the haze. If he needed to get back to his starting point, it wouldn't be a problem. He pushed upwards. The next set of stones were bigger, though further away than he thought. It took him what felt like half an hour to reach them. The gaps between them were bigger too. He could squeeze through, cold, wet and slimy rock, to the other side. Or he would have if there'd been another side. There was a thin verge of grass leading to nothing. Halfway through the gap he noticed that the ground ran out, but unlike the cliff to the plains, there was nothing at the bottom. Just blackness. Dizzy, without thinking, he closed his eyes to blank out the sight, and the vertigo hit him hard. He grabbed at the stones either side of him, hands slipping on the damp surface, staggered, and fell headfirst over the edge. Either the hole was very deep, or he fell very slowly, for he had plenty of time to look about him as he fell, and to wonder what was going to happen next. First he tried to look down and make out what he was coming to, but it was too dark to see anything. Then he looked to the sides of the hole, and noticed they were filled with cupboards and bookshelves. Here and there he saw maps and pictures hung upon pegs. And then, far beneath him, he saw the ground approaching. Gently he drifted down. He seemed to be falling towards a beach, and with a bump he touched down on the sand. "You're early," said the carpenter. "Not good for a first day at work, even if you're just the walrus." Steve looked at himself. He was indeed a walrus. A blue walrus, it had to be said, but a walrus. Of course.